This is Texans TV.
DeMeco Ryans has emerged as a top candidate for the Texans.
All right, DeMeco Ryans to Houston.
He will be the next Texans head coach. I mean, this has been universally, I think, believed to be one of the greatest days in franchise history.
Feels like home. Yeah, it's great to be back here in Houston. Nice and easy plane ride in California, but touching down in the Lone Star State is outstanding. Outstanding. Feels great to be home.
Houston Texans, I give you DeMeco Ryans.
A joyous week. DeMeco Ryans is the new head coach of the Houston Texans. This is Texans 360. My name is Drew Dougherty. I'm your host, and I got my good pal, the voice of the Houston Texans, Marc Vandermeer, with me. And Marc, happy days are here again. The leader of leaders amongst players in Texans history is now the head coach.
It's amazing, Drew. I mean, pinch me. DeMeco Ryans is the head coach of this franchise. I was hoping they could pull it off. They did pull it off. Credit the McNairs, credit Nick Caserio for putting it all together, and DeMeco Ryans himself for coming home and leading this franchise. It's an amazing acquisition for this organization, Drew, to have DeMeco Ryans as head coach. You think about all he's done as a player for this team in the league, and then working his way up as an assistant coach. He's ready for the moment. Obviously, the fans, Texans Nation, ready for the moment. Let's go.
Yeah, this is a beloved guy. He was a captain when he was here. I mentioned the leader of all leaders, and you could go through everybody from 2002 on to now, and none of them would come with a better, more galvanizing guy that brought this team together when he was a player, right, Marc?
Well, when he was a rookie at camp, rookie camp, you could just see it like, oh, that guy's the leader. You know, he's the alpha, he's the guy, the straw that stirs the drink, and they started calling him Cap. You've heard those stories from a very early time here as a rookie. Clearly the leader, defensive rookie of the year, and rose up. And you and I were having this conversation on a podcast. You know, if you had to pick a Texans leader, if you asked me 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago, I would say the all-time Texans player leader is DeMeco Ryans. And that's not slighting anybody else. I mean, really, including the quarterbacks who have played here. It's DeMeco Ryans. That's why you see all the former players, the Texans legends, coming together for this hiring in a way that they wouldn't really for anybody else. Not that they wouldn't like anybody else, but they love him so much that it elevates the whole thing.
And while we're underscoring the love, the leadership, the popularity for Ryans, he's got pelts on the wall. He's actually been a great assistant coach, great defensive coordinator out in San Francisco. You wrote a nice article earlier in the week about how the 49ers, who have been around since the 40s and have won 5 Super Bowls, have never had a defense that led the league in scoring, in yards allowed. He helped orchestrate all that, and he can coach. This guy is a bona fide assistant coach, and let's see what he can do now as a head coach.
And you know, you never know which players are going to become good coaches in this league, and they know the hours that it takes to be good. To be just average, it takes a lot of hours. But DeMeco, we followed his career with great interest, obviously, because he played here, and as a position coach, I thought, okay, it's going pretty well. But then Robert Saleh goes to the Jets. He becomes the defensive coordinator. Let's see how this goes. Well, it went really well in San Francisco, like you said, #1 in both major categories, and now he's ready to be a head coach. Last year had some opportunities, said, you know what, I'm going to take another year, get even better, and he did get even better. And you know, all guys in his position think about this. Who am I going to have on my staff? How would I organize a team? He's thought about it. Now he can work together with the McNairs and Nick Caserio and really form an organization that's ready to go places, and we're all eager to see how that's going to happen.
We sure are. These are exciting times, and you know, when he arrived in 2006, DeMeco Ryans, he had some teammates who were original Texans. They played here in 2002. By the time he left, he was playing with guys like John Weeks, who's still playing, as well as J.J. Watt and Brian Cushing. So when he wore the 59, that was an important number in DeMeco Ryans' introductory press conference, where he was kind of introduced to the Texans world, came at 3:59 on Thursday afternoon.
And it came down to it, there is no place I wanted to be any more than H-Town. It was an easy pick for me, it was a no-brainer.
DeMeco is who he is. He's sincere, he's real, and by the end of the call, we kind of had some parting words. Do you have anything else you want to leave with us? And he said, like, basically, I want to come home. This is my dream job. Let's make it happen.
It's a dream job because I'm here home in H-Town. It's a dream job because we can win here. And we're gonna win here by collaborating, working together, building it the right way with the right people.
So this has been in him a long time. When we drafted him in 06, he took over the defense, stepped into the middle, called the plays. He was captain, and they called him Cap.
That's what I want to do here with our guys, is just developing our young men, right? Developing the players to be the best players they can be on the field, but also I want to develop men to be the best men off the field. If I can implement something into that young man's life or say something to him, give him a word that he can take after he's done playing, that's what excites me the most.
You got to start somewhere. You got to put your feet on the ground somewhere. Really, since he took the job, like, we haven't stopped talking. So we got our feet on the ground. DeMeco's feet are on the ground. Our feet are on the ground. We can't wait to get started.
We want to play with precision. We want to play with effort. We want to play with physicality. We know that our fans here are hungry, right, for a winner, right? And they deserve a win.
I'm sure you got 1,000 messages from people after you take the job. Is there any one person or one word you got that touched you the most?
It's not one that sticks out, right? The theme is everybody is just, they're so proud of me. And I just correlate to what do we want to do here. And I want to instill that in our guys of how we go out there and play, how we practice, how we prepare. Man, we're preparing to make the city of H-Town proud.
After the break, what did DeMeco Ryans sound like on the football field? We had him mic'd up for sound when he was a player. That's next on Texans 360.
Gradkowski under center. Miller motioning to the right where the two wide receivers are. Gradkowski wants to throw. He has time. Now he's in trouble. And now DeMeco has him down for a sack.
Texans 360 rolls on. Drew Dougherty, Marc Vandermeer here inside NRG Stadium. And you know, while the future is unknown, obviously, about what DeMeco Ryans is going to be as a head coach, there's no doubt about what he meant to this organization as a player.
Well, you look at Defensive Rookie of the Year, 2 Pro Bowls, all of that. That's individual stuff,
sure.
You know, but clearly, like we talked about, a leader. Well, what did the organization do with DeMeco Ryans, Drew? The first year they were 6-10. It was Gary Kubiak's first year. But after that, they go 500 the next 2 years, which was a real headline at the time. Hey, that would be a headline now, right? It'd be great to get back to 8 wins plus for this organization. But he was here for the first 500 seasons, for the first winning season, for the first playoff season, for the first playoff victory. He was the thread through all of that during that time.
Yes, he was. He was making plays. I mean, he came up, think about it, his first game, he had double-digit tackles against the Philadelphia Eagles back in 2006. That would be his future team. In 2009, when Brian Cushing arrives, that was a fearsome duo. Those guys fed off each other, and he was really gigging Cushing into becoming the player he became as a Texan.
And I remember that year, 09, he went to the Pro Bowl,
Yep.
Cushing went to the Pro Bowl, so did Mario, and so did Matt Schaub and Andre Johnson. But in that Pro Bowl, DeMeco was hitting people pretty hard. I was like, did he get the memo that it's the Pro Bowl? Back then, you played a little bit harder in the Pro Bowl. But yeah, he made a lot of plays. He actually once picked off Josh McCown, but I'm not going to mention that right here. It wasn't all about interceptions and sacks with DeMeco. He was a middle linebacker for the bulk of his career here in a 4-3. So we'll see how he organizes the defense. But you know that when he played, he could make plays. I think that's going to help him as he communicates with players. He didn't play that long ago, yet he's done a lot as a coach already in this league. And I think that's a very powerful combination for a leader of a team.
You know, it's always fun when we mic up a player or hear a guy that's wired up during a game. Well, DeMeco, courtesy of NFL Films, was wired up, and here's some of those highlights from his playing days.
Hey, I'm back, baby. Oh, let's go. Houston Texans, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hey, tell the boys, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Hey, tell the folks, we here. We here. We here. We here. We here. We here. Hey, tell the boys, it's all you. 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 It's all best? Huh? You gonna be the best today? Huh? Name one person over there can block you. Name one person over there can block you. Huh? Huh? Show me. Show me. Huh? They can't block you, man. Everybody gotta go. Put them in the ball. Let's get it going. Let's go. Houston Texans, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hey, tell them boys to shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Hey, tell them boy we here. We here. We here. We here. We here. We here. Hey, it's everybody. It's all you. All you. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. Right now. Right now. Turnover. We got to score. Turnover 3 and out. Turnover. Let's go score. Let's go, man. Huh? We got to score. Everybody pick the game up. Believe in the ball. Pick the game up. Give me everything you got right now. Sell out. Sell out for each other right now. Sell out. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. Opportunity of a lifetime right now. We got to take advantage of it right now.
After a quick timeout, we've got more with some Texans teammates of DeMeco Ryans.
What's up with you, dog?
How you doing?
I'm awesome. What's up, man? How you feeling today? All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got the pads on. We coming down. We getting after these cats, all right? Make sure you're tight. If you guys get the guard, just pop out. Say hit. JK hit that explosion line. We ready to go. We'll see what happened today when they pads come on. Who? Sinking or swimming. Let's go. Be the best. Be the best. Be the best. Don't get scared when somebody get hit. We got pads on. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. It's okay, Jones. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Everybody get scared. Hit somebody. Just line up in it and go kick ass. Come on down. Set it. Nice, 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 nice. Stay up. Go, Jonas. Hands off. Finish. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Go score. Go score. Solid.
Yes, sir.
We're back here on Texans 360. It's a happy week. DeMeco Ryans is the head coach. He was introduced at 3:59 on Thursday inside NRG Stadium. 59, of course, was his number. And BB Sidhu has more from the red carpet.
We are inside NRG Stadium. It is DeMeco Ryans Day. He's about to have his introductory press conference. We want to get some reaction from some very familiar faces in the building that wanted to see DeMeco Ryans take his first press conference as the Houston Texans head coach. Let's check it out. All right, joining me now, Brian Cushing. Haven't talked to him in a few years. Father of 3 now. I think the first time I interviewed you, you just had the 1.
Yeah.
And so now you're a seasoned dad, and you're back here to see DeMeco Ryans as head coach. It seems so full circle, doesn't it?
It does. Pretty surreal. As I was talking about previously, he was a guy that we always knew would be a head coach eventually. But just to be able to come back here is crazy, but so well deserved.
Especially for this, like it comes full circle. So he played here, he was a leader, and now to actually lead the ship here itself as a head coach is really, really important. Especially like I'm super excited because a former player now becoming a head coach at the franchise where he played is just tremendous, and I think it's going to be super, super exciting for what the future holds.
You've seen his path. He went from linebacker to a coach to a defensive coordinator to #1 defense in the league and now head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is that to do, especially the level that he did it at?
It's difficult, but the thing is, I think just the discipline and the intensity and the drive that he took from playing to that job itself and now being the head coach here, it goes to testament as who he was and who he has been.
Love seeing this guy back in the building once again, Andre Johnson. Dre, why was it so important for you to be here for DeMeco's press conference?
It was an exciting day. Just from the time we got in the news that he was going to be the head coach, just knowing what type of guy DeMeco is as a player, as a person, as a man, I'm not surprised that he received this job. We always knew he had the nickname captain for a reason, so he was a great leader of men, as you could see when he was in San Francisco and the way the guys played for him. So, it's just an exciting time, for Texans football. So, he's my guy, and he's always been my guy. We've always stayed in touch. He actually texted me a few times a couple weeks ago, actually before he got the job and during the season. So, I'm just happy. I'm excited for him.
How did you know that he was going to be a head coach someday? Was that, or is this sort of a surprise seeing his career evolve?
No, we knew he'd be a head coach.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just playing with him, and he loved coaching when he was playing, right? It was one of those deals. If you had a question, that's the guy to ask. Whether it was about football, whether it was about life outside of football, whether it was about the NFLPA, there was one guy to ask in the locker room. So we knew that it would be his career once he was done playing, and something that he just has transitioned into so well.
From the first time I met him years ago, throughout the draft process and on the college field and playing against Alabama, he's been the same way, been a leader. You can get that from the instant that you meet him. And, over the years, he's perfected his craft and got better and better, and now that leads to where we're at today. And just to come here and support a former player, your brother, been in the locker room with him, wore the emblem with him, is just a dream come true.
All right, you were a leader when he got here as a rookie, so what do you remember about him as a rookie? And did you sort of think that one day, hey, this guy could be a head coach somewhere?
Yeah, he always had it in him. He always had it in him. He always was just a great leader from the time he got here. He was very quiet at first, but, once he, found his way around and fitted in, he just took charge. And he had to be the leader of our defense, very, at a young age and very early in his career. So he just took charge, and, like I said, we started giving him the nickname Captain, and it just stuck with him, and, I'm just happy he's back here.
And there you have it. The buzz is real. Everyone's so excited to see DeMeco Ryans back in the building, this time as head coach. Lots to look forward to in the 2023 season. You can check out more of our coverage on HoustonTexans.com.
In just a moment, DP Sidhu catches up with some Texans legends on the battle red carpet.
Oh, it feels special. It feels really special. Very familiar. Very familiar. Yeah, back to the old stomping ground. Especially now that the rodeo is taking over, it's definitely real. Oh, man. Very.
Pretty cool.
Man, this is.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it still hit me.
it goes without saying, but
Yeah, it still hadn't hit
you
me.
look on social media and just feel like the city. I've never seen
Really?
excitement like this. No, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
People are fired up, Coach. The
Man.
comments, everything. People are so excited.
Wow.
It's really cool.
Just, man, happy to be a part of this. Just to be a part of the excitement. Like,
We're lucky to have you.
I've been a fan, still follow the Texans, always watching the Texans, just checking in to make, see what's going on all the time. So it's like I've never forgot the Texans. Like,
You never really left.
Still,
Yeah.
So I say I'm a Texan. Like, that's how I came into the NFL, and that's who I've been all throughout. Even though I've been to different places, I've always had the Texans
It lives
deep
in
in
you.
my heart for
Yep.
sure.
We're back here on Texans 360. Appreciate you watching. It's a happy week as DeMeco Ryans is the new head coach of the Houston Texans. At his introductory press conference on Thursday at NRG Stadium, a lot of familiar faces in the building. Our familiar face in DP Sidhu has more.
Got some familiar faces in the house for DeMeco Ryans' introductory press conference. Found Bun B. I've seen your sign all over the building because you're performing at the rodeo a little bit later on, but why was it important for you to be here today?
It's so good to see him come back home, to have him back in this building the right way as a head coach with time to put together the team that we know the city deserves. I mean, we're practically almost there, to be honest. We've played some really great teams this year. We took Kansas City far, you know what I'm saying? We are capable of winning a Super Bowl. And I think we're literally maybe a quarterback away from it at this point. It's so amazing for DeMeco to be back here with friends and family, for his wife to be back home, to see the former guys. I know Dre is excited to have him here, and we are too. It's a beautiful day in Houston.
I mean, he was one of the top coaching candidates in this cycle now. So to see him come here saying that he's just a step away, what sort of coach do you think he is, and what sort of effect do you think he's going to have on the players, just being a former player himself?
Well, his energy is infectious, right? So, when he comes in and he's excited about what we need to do, and these guys are going to be very easily motivated by a coach, by DeMeco, a guy that's been in the trenches in the way that they're going to have to be in the trenches. He's done the hard work. He's got the respect of players and coaches all across the board. And you know, he doesn't have to leave home anymore. He's here. He's got at least 6 years, but I love it if this first contract was, you know, just for the last contract. Just keep him here forever. Just keep extending it, right?
I love it. All right, so when he was a player here, you obviously are well connected in the community. What do you remember most about DeMeco?
Oh man, that speech after winning that first playoff,
Oh, yes.
you're getting that playoff clinched, you know. And like I said, his energy is so infectious. He was the heart of the team then. He'll be the heart and soul of the team now.
All right, Ben, love seeing you here, and good luck at the rodeo next month. Can't wait to see you again.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll have DeMeco come out and talk to the people maybe.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, we've got Trey the Truth here joining us for the introductory press conference for DeMeco Ryans. Trey, what brings you out today? Why did you want to come out and see DeMeco take the stage for the first time as head coach?
It's all about support, man. You know, one thing about Houston is we one real tight circle, you know, and it's good to bring something new and refreshing to the city and the team. So we're here for the support, you know.
Bun says that he thinks this team is really close to a championship. Now with a leader like DeMeco, he thinks that they can take that next step. What do you think about the potential this team has with a guy like DeMeco?
I think the main things is I feel like we've always had different pieces of the puzzle. It's just a matter of everything aligning at once. And I pray that's what's about to happen, you know, because sometimes when everything's not aligning at once, we may lack in certain areas. So now we got different formulas sitting there, so if it all go together the right way, who knows where we can be.
All right, you're big in the community of Houston. You were just named Humanitarian of the Year by XXL. Congrats on that, first of all. What do you remember about DeMeco and his time here in Houston and just being out and about in the community?
He was definitely, I want to say he was a leader of his time when he was here. He definitely was 10 toes down and, you know, one of the captains and doing what needed to be done. So even with him finishing elsewhere, now he's came home to finish, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be something super, super amazing, man.
All right, we're so excited to have you here, and thanks for being around. We hope to see you around some more.
Oh, for sure. I'm always around.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.